Hey guys, what's going on? This is Jay here from Faith Evolved. Thanks for checking in. Thanks for those who stuck around. I have 845 subscribers still. Releasing my last video, my last farewell video. And I know I said I wouldn't post another video on this channel unless I, felt that I have reached a state of unity, a unity consciousness, or felt that like I finally had that breakthrough that I've been looking for my whole life. And I still stand by that. I still feel like I haven't reached that state of awareness yet, but consider this a part 2 of my farewell video, because I really feel like, since I released that video, I have a few more thoughts to kind of clarify my position and clarify where I'm at, kind of like an update. So consider this like a part 2 farewell video of the farewell video. So I've been back to reading the Urantia book again. I'll kind of go back and forth between A Course in Miracles and the Urantia book. I'm just trying to understand, just trying to understand reality, trying to understand my place in this world, what my mission is, trying to understand relationships and love and just most importantly, what brings joy, what brings peace and happiness in my life. And sometimes I get glimpses of it, and I know I've said this before. And, I feel like in the end, I'm on the right path. And I think, just as A Course in Miracles says, God is inevitable, and really heaven is not a place or a condition, but, awareness of total oneness. So in reality, I'm already in a state of unity, technically, in eternity, I get that, the only thing that's missing is my awareness of that. So, and just watching, I've been watching a lot of videos on YouTube about people that have had near-death experiences or even pre-birth experiences. And, by and large, a lot of people, say that we purposely go behind this veil to experience this life. We're supposed to forget. We're supposed to forget where we came from or even who we are sometimes, or most times, kind of like start fresh, with no context whatsoever. Just like, we're born babies on this planet Earth with nothing, completely dependent upon our parents and the world around us, and we have to kind of start fresh on really discovering who we are, what we like, what we don't like, and just really, nitty gritty, facing the contrast of life. And sometimes the thought that occurred to me recently is maybe this is just part of it. Maybe that my goal right now is to not focus on trying to achieve unity, and maybe the suffering that I experience is resistance, not so much the situation that I'm in right now, the lack of awareness of unity. The suffering that I'm experiencing is that I'm fighting it so much by trying to attain unity. And so therefore, there's many times in the Urantia book you read about people that unceremoniously attain certain, awarenesses or certain spiritual breakthroughs. Even Jesus himself, there's times where, you'll just be going on with your day, and all of a sudden it's just, this is the time, boom. It could be 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50, 60. Some people don't experience certain things until a certain, they have a certain experience, a time frame of experience. And maybe that's set before you come here. I don't know. Maybe I'm meant to experience that after 45 years, 50 years, 55 years. Maybe I need the entire life. And then once I lay this body aside, then my mission's done. I don't know. But the most important thing is that I have come to accept that. Because we all come here, and that is the goal, ultimately, is that we come, we go behind the veil, and we have to go through the whole experience from birth to death. Or if you're lucky, maybe you'll translate like the Urantia book says, and that's my ultimate goal, would be to bypass death. There is no death ultimately, but, to bypass the experience of the pain and suffering of the dying process. That would be nice. But ultimately, even Jesus himself had to go through the process of the body dying before he rose again. And that's the whole purpose of this experience, is that we're supposed to, we accepted that goal of coming to Earth and going through that process from start to finish. And ultimately, whether I achieve unity consciousness here on Earth or in this body or not, it's inevitable. It will happen. It can't not happen. So the whole point of this video is just to say, you know, ultimately, I still want to, you know, put this channel on hold until I feel like I'm at a state where I can offer much more. You know, I can offer much more than just what I've experienced so far. And I do reserve the right to change my mind on that now with this new kind of update and perspective on things. That maybe this is the point of my life, is that maybe I'm supposed to go through this entire life, you know, without unity consciousness. But at the same time, a part of me kind of fights against that. Like, wait a second, why should I? You know? So that's the conflict. It's like, because I hear other people, you know, that have reached that say it's for everybody. You know, you're worthy of it. And I know I'm worthy of it. And I get so frustrated sometimes with, what am I doing wrong? You know, what is it about me or about my thoughts or about my, you know, experience or all the above that is preventing me from having what you have? You know, I've done everything, the prayers, the spiritual practices, the meditation, and I've had yet to have that breakthrough. And so the only conclusion I can come to is A, which has really saved my life. Don't feel bad about it, because it ain't going to make you feel better. And it sounds so simple, but it's saved my life. That thought alone, just, well, there's no point in feeling bad about it, so let's go on with my life and do what I feel happy about doing, which is music and, you know, doing these videos and playing video games even, and sometimes even my job, and, you know, in my band, we did a show last night. And I'm just going to go on and, yeah, I haven't had that experience yet, but you know what? I'm not going to sit here and pout about it. What's the point, you know? So I have that, you know, and I forget my second point, but, you know, it's like, at least I have that, you know, to hold on to. And, you know, and just, I'm just going to keep on going on, you know? There's just no point in me, there's no point in me giving up. You know, I'm still going to be open to whatever could happen. And maybe that was the second point that I'm making, but, you know, it does get frustrating, because I do struggle with being irritable and being impulsive and occasional depression, and, you know, being obese, and it does affect the way my body functions, and having lack of energy, and there's a lot of things that I know everybody has to face it. Everybody has to face it. I know that even once I reach that, quote, unity consciousness, end quote, that I'm still going to have to live through this life and deal with the vicissitudes of everything that happens to us, you know, and, you know, I still have to deal with getting sick and bills and you know, people in my life, conflicts with relationships, and you know, everything that people go through in life. But I feel like at least I would have something to hold on to inside that I can always run to, that sense of peace and joy and happiness that can never be taken away from me, that I can always ground to, you know. And to a certain extent, I do have that now. So again, it's probably just levels to it. Like, obviously I can go to at least the very neutral position of, well, I'm not gonna let this bother me, so I'll just move on with my life, which is what it basically got me through my OCD experience of 4 or 5 years ago. So I can at least hold on to that. And the next level might be, okay, now I know how to meditate and feel bliss at any given time based off my sheer willpower, you know. Whereas I feel a lot of people in the spiritual community are able to do such things, you know. But yeah, that sense of jealousy comes up, you know, of why can they do that and I can't. But I learned to shut it down quickly, because it's a pointless emotion to dwell on. So there might be more videos in the future, but this is, for now, farewell part 2. I want to thank everybody for subscribing to me, and, you know, if you still want to reach out to me, you can write in the comments. You can send me a message on Facebook as well. My name is Joseph, Jay Cavallaro. Especially if you're struggling with any kind of mental health issues. Been there, done that, know exactly, can relate to that, 100%. And so I'm still there for you for that. Anyways, I'm about to head over to my friend Alex's house to record some vocals to a new song that we're recording for Fate, Idolos' new EP coming out hopefully sometime mid-2025. So, gonna work on that. Anyways, guys, God bless. Talk to you later.